MacKenzie, what are some of the things you take away from that last game and try to carry over into tonight?
A lot of the checking details, I think, were on point last night. I think obviously a lot of talk with Backlund's line, checking their top players. It's going to be the same thing tonight against their top players, but I think it's going to come from a few more different lines. They got, obviously a deeper lineup. So just the checking details. And I think offensively, we were putting a lot of pucks to the net, guys going to the net. It's just still creating, a little bit of that more offense. Guys in front of the goalie, obviously another great goalie. On the other side tonight, that's going to be a good test for our team. But I think a lot of guys are starting to build their game in a positive direction, and guys are starting to feel a little bit more confident.
Yesterday, Husk said that Kuznetsov is kind of, just the way he plays, has kind of allowed you to be a little bit more free, be a little bit more yourself. What have you noticed kind of playing with him over the last handful of games, and what have you enjoyed about the partnership with Kuznetsov?
Yeah, Kuzi's great. He's been great for me last few games. Simple guy, big body. I think he realizes right now he's getting a great opportunity. I think he's been waiting, for an opportunity like this. So it's great to know a guy's going to be, bringing his best every single night. And I just want to, do the same for him. I want to be a great pair with him. I think, for myself, building off last game, just moving my feet, skating. I know he's going to be, back there defending hard, moving the puck up quick. He's an easy guy to talk to. Just kind of building our game together. I haven't really talked to him much, outside the rink lately, but building that chemistry, I think I've talked about, relationships outside the rink is important to me. So, building that friendship, I think, will help the on-ice, chemistry. So he's been great so far. So I got nothing but great things to say about Kuzi right now.
Rasmus was just out here speaking about his own game, saying he's pretty happy with how he's played this year. What have you seen out of him this year?
Yeah, just consistency. Both sides of the ice, he's just playing solid, moving the puck quick. He's not doing anything crazy. He's not, trying too hard. He's taking what's given to him. He's been shooting the puck. He's been definitely a bright spot for our back end this year. He's a leader, a great guy. But I think he's just been consistent night in, night out, defending the right way. And then when he's getting into the rush, he's making something happen. So, that's Rasmus. I think, he's proven that, for many years now. But it's nice to see him having a great start to the year.
Did you just sort of give us your checklist in terms of what you're also trying to do out there? Like when you say the things that Rasmus has been doing consistently, is that what you're trying to kind of get your level at?
Yeah, I think, Ross and I are pretty similar defensemen. So it's, for myself, it's just trying to, check hard defensively, stop the bleeding a little bit with the plus minus. So I think I can settle it in a little bit better tonight. But I watch Ras, and there's lots of things that I watch that Ras does that I want to do out there as well. He's contributing offensively, which is great. I'd like to contribute a little bit more, but just playing solid defensively, I think that's what our team's built around. So I just want to do that tonight.
That stats talked about a lot just in general around the league plus minus. Like how do you view that? Maybe not with you, but just in general, like that stat.
It's definitely a funny stat, obviously, when you're out there for empty netters and stuff like that. But it's a stat that I think you always have a chance to stop the puck going into your net at some point when you're out there on a shift. So that's how I kind of view it. I always have an opportunity to not let the puck go in my net. I know there's funny bounces some nights, and then there's also nights you can contribute offensively to kind of take away the dash or whatnot. But I know some guys don't really watch it. I just find it a stat for myself to kind of gauge where I'm at. But I'd like to see that go down a little bit.
Do you have to change your game playing banged up at all, or do you still just go full tilt?
I like playing a little bit more banged up. I really do. If I'm a little sick or a little bit more banged up, I think I'm a little bit more engaged, try to do a little bit less, play a more simple game.